Simple rules of civility, and we just wanted to announce that before we got started. So the process is that we are the Board of Elections. Bob Phillips, Ellen Litz, and Mike Kuhn are the three county commissioners who also serve as the Board of Elections. We are going to reconvene our meeting of the computation which we recessed last Friday. That'll be reconvened right now. So they're calling this meeting to order. And we'll begin, the process is we have, I think, 19 challenged ballots that are provisional, primarily provisional ballots, that we will be going one by one. We will hear testimony under oath. If you want to speak to a particular ballot, you're welcome to do so. We ask that you are sworn in. We'll take a moment to do that. You can stand wherever you are now, or you may sit. This will be a seat for a witness to give testimony. So those are kind of guidelines that we'll use, and we will deliberate and vote after each presentation. So we're not going to wait till the end and then do a blanket vote. We're going to do one at a time so that they can be individually recorded. So with that, I turn to our Director of Elections, Drasher.
All right. So we'll start with our first top of the pile here, Sharon Abbott of the 9th Ward. And Sharon did not return. It looks like we have not broken the seal, so we don't know what's inside, but it looks like she did not return her mail-in ballot, but she was a mail-in voter who requested to vote at the precinct. So we have verified that she did not vote, so she has not turned in her ballot. So if there's anything anybody wants to say about that one before I make my recommendation, the floor is open for me.
Would anyone like to give testimony or be witnessed regarding this ballot?
No?
We good?
Okay. Then it looks like this is a clean record, and I recommend we pass this one.
Okay.
I make a motion to pass Sharon's ballot. Did you say her last name?
Sharon Abbott.
Abbott. Thank you.
Second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved. Welcome.
Thank you.
We did give some guidelines, but I'm sure you'll fit right in with the civility speech I gave. And also, this is just the first, and we first challenged ballot, and we have accepted that one.
Great, thank you.
We're 1 for 1.
Okay. So we're staying in the 9th Ward for the second ballot. That would be Davina Block. Davina, again, we do not know what is in the content, aside from if there's anything included in here. However, she requested a mail-in ballot and then arrived at the poll, and it looks like her record is clean. She did not vote. So once again, 9th Ward.
Okay. Anyone from the 9th Ward or any representative of that voter who want to speak? If not, we'll accept a motion.
Make a motion that we accept that and count that.
Second motion.
Okay, there's a motion to accept that ballot. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Okay. The third ballot would be West Cornwall, 34 precinct, and this is Leroy Kuhn. Much like the last one, mail-in ballot requested, did not turn it in, and then voted provisionally. I can see that they did not vote. They have no record of them voting by mail, so this is another clean one. Anybody from West Cornwall?
Would you like to speak?
I believe
Well,
that
before you do it, I'd like you to be sworn in. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give,
She should say her name.
excuse me, do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, and please state your name and your title.
Jill Shumaker, Judge of Elections.
All right, Jill, you may proceed.
I had 5 provisional ballots in my district. They were all exactly the same. They had requested a mail-in ballot and had not received them. And we did check the back of the poll book that they weren't received, and they were all marked as having one mailed. So I did allow all 5 to vote provisional.
Very good, that's the proper procedure, thank you.
Excellent.
Okay, any other testimony regarding this ballot? If not, we'll proceed with the motion.
I make a motion to accept the ballot.
Is this for Leroy Kuhn's?
Yes.
Okay, second.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept that ballot as presented. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, next we have Swatera, 32 North. This is Joanne Sokonis. More of the same. Joanne Sokonis was issued a mail-in ballot. There's no record of her returning it. It doesn't feel like there's one in here. She voted provisionally. So if anybody would like to speak on Swatera North.
Elaine, would you please raise your right hand?
Elaine Ludwig.
Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And please state your name and your position.
Elaine Ludwig, Judge of Elections. Yes, I issued that ballot and researched it to the best of our ability at the polls and found that she was worthy of a provisional.
Okay, thank you.
There's no record of her turning in a ballot, so it's clean.
Okay, any other testimony? If not, we'll seek a motion.
I make a motion to accept Joanne Sokonis's mail-in ballot, or provisional ballot, actually.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept that ballot. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, moving to South Londonderry, 31 North. Diana Hall. More of the same. Mail-in ballot was issued. We do have a record of it being turned in. She requested, or they used a provisional. So any feedback from South Londonderry, 31 North?
Anyone to give testimony regarding this ballot?
I'm good.
We're good? Okay.
Okay. She last voted in November.
I won't swear you in for that comment. All right.
So she last voted in the November election, so there's no record for this election, so she would be a clean record.
Okay. Great.
I may have.
All right, please rise and I'll swear you in. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, please state your name and your title.
Lois, Matarazzi, Judge of Elections. On that envelope, did it say that she had voted a different party? This one?
That would be relevant.
That would be relevant. Diana Hall, she is registered in one party here. I do not see an indication of which ballot she took on the outside of the envelope.
Am I allowed to look at the envelope?
I'm sorry? We
Am
can't
I
hear.
allowed to look at the envelope?
She would like to look.
Yes. Our solicitor
I
has
won't touch it.
nodded yes.
Okay, she was issued a mail-in ballot for the party that's listed on there. She said that she had sent in her registration changing her party. So I explained to her, like I do anybody who says this isn't correct, did you get a card back? And she said no, and I said, well, that's very important. I gave her another registration card and I said, when you mail it in, give it maybe 3 weeks, and if you don't have a new card, call and verify, because it could have got lost in the mail and everything. So not only was it a mail-in, but she also wanted to change
Okay.
her party affiliation.
So we don't know if she changed because we don't know what.
Right.
Right, we still have her registered as one party, and it looks like the same ballot was issued to her as the party that she's registered as?
No, I think I gave her,
The opposite one. Okay, without breaking the seal, which we have to do anyway.
We can
I'm
Good.
sorry.
convey this. No, this is
Yeah, no, this is
why we're
good.
here.
Okay.
This is why
That's
we're
why
talking.
we appreciate you judges being here, because you're the frontline interaction. So go ahead. That was very important. Thank you.
Yeah, that was good to know. All right. Okay, we do have the same registered party and ballot.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay, that's okay. So, in light of that, I would recommend that we accept it. It is a valid registration and a valid ballot.
Sorry,
Okay,
what'd you find out?
there's a match.
There is a match, so we can accept that one. Oh, thanks, Bob.
I'll make a motion to accept that ballot.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, any questions? Is it pretty clear as to where we are? It matches the registration, no change came forth, so we're good to go. All right, any other discussion? If not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Before we take the next one, I want to mention, this is a public meeting. I don't know if the door can be closed. Please open. In case somebody we want to present, if someone wants to come in. And also, we have Ray Danyou here with us as a stenographer recording the entire testimony and the process. So I just wanted to, on short notice, he was able to be here from Lancaster County, and we appreciate him being here with us.
It's a very cool machine. Have you seen it? It's very cool.
Oh, that being said, we can resume our
All right,
process.
the next precinct is South Londonderry Middle, and this is Walter McConnell. Issued mail-in ballot, did not turn it in, requested or used provisional at the poll. 31 Middle.
Any testimony? Anything further?
I'll make a motion to accept, providing Sean is not saying something different.
No, I moved to accept. It's clean. I guess I can't move.
I move to
I suggest we say
Yeah,
accept.
I move to accept the ballot for voting for Walter McConnell.
Second that motion.
Okay. It's been moved and duly seconded. Any further discussion? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so ordered.
Okay. Next, we're in North Londonderry, 28 East. Harry Grow. Harry Grow was issued a mail-in ballot and voted provisionally at the poll. Anybody from North Londonderry, 28 East?
Yeah, oh,
Would you like to testify? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And please state your name and your title or position.
Betty Schwer, Judge of Elections. We had several people that didn't have their ballots or didn't get their ballots or for whatever reason, and he was one of them. And they were all explained that they could still vote, but it would be provisional, and that ballot would not count until all the research was done, knowing that there was nothing else that had been entered under his name. So, for all the ones that were entered, they were all told the same thing.
All right, Betty, thank you. Anyone else to testify on behalf of this ballot?
I can throw in that they have not voted in this election, so this would be a clean one.
Okay, seek a motion.
Motion to approve that ballot.
Second?
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we accept this ballot as presented. Any question or comment further? Nothing? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
We can go kind of fast. We have a number from 28 East.
Okay.
So 28 East, Judith Grow, same exact situation as previous, request a mail-in. No indication of voting in this current election. This is a clean one as well.
Motion to approve that ballot.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion or any representation for this ballot? For testimony? If not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay. 28 East North, North Londonderry, 28 East, Melvin Hyde, exact same scenario, mail-in ballot, voted provisionally, clean, did not vote in this election.
I make a motion to accept the ballot of Melvin Heim.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion regarding the motion or any testimony to be given? regarding the ballot? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so ordered.
All right, and we have Susan Hyde, 28 East, North Londonderry, same exact scenario, issued mail-in ballot, did not turn it in. We have a record of that, so she's a clean record as well. Voted provisionally.
Make a motion to approve Susan Hyde.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion, any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
All right, one more for the 28 East, North Londonderry, Clifford Lord, mail-in ballot issued, no record of them returning it. It is a clean record. Voted provisionally.
Motion to approve, accept that ballot.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any questions regarding the motion? Any comments? Any testimony regarding the ballot? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, we have Catherine Cup of 30 North, South Lebanon. Catherine, mail-in ballot. Voter indicated on the phone that they did not receive their ballot in the mail, so they voted provisionally. There's no record of them turning one in, so they are a clean record. So that would be, now we've moved on to 30 North.
Okay, we have a witness that would like to testify. You solemnly swear, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And please state your name and your position.
Dr. Heather Waddell, I'm the judge of elections for 30 North.
You may give your testimony.
She came to me with the information that she needed to vote because she did not have her ballot anymore. And so we talked through the process so she'd know how to use it the next time, and then did the voting provisionally so that she would be able to vote, but yet she wanted to make sure that nobody could vote with her other ballot. We had a long discussion to make sure that she understood that this was how that could work, and so
Awesome.
hopefully all went well.
Thank you, Doctor. Any other testimony regarding this ballot? Okay, I'll seek a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this ballot as presented. Any question, any further discussion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, 26 West, North Cornwall. We are on Emily Brutko. Issued a mail-in ballot. Did not turn it in, voted provisionally. So anyone from North Cornwall?
Yep.
Okay, please raise your right hand and you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And your name and your position.
Chrissy Kreider, Judge of Elections for North Cornwall West.
Okay, thank you for being here. You may testify.
This individual came in, she did say that she was issued a mail-in ballot, but she did not know where it was at, so she didn't have it to surrender. I said that she could vote provisionally, and that as long as that other ballot was not received, her vote would count.
Okay. Is that where we are?
That's where we are, we're clean.
Okay, thank you, Christy.
I make a motion to approve Emily Butko's ballot.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any question or comment? Further discussion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
We're moving on to a pair from 12 North Cornwall. First one is Sheila Kanapski. I might be mispronouncing it.
Pitsky.
Kanapitsky.
That's it. Left the syllable out of that. Issued a mail-in ballot. Arrived at the poll, did not turn it in, voted provisionally. North Cornwall? Or Cornwall, sorry, 12 North? I think she's here.
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh,
Is it 26?
12 North.
I'm trying to remember whether that's me or not.
What is the designation? Is it
Cornwall Borough.
Cornwall Borough?
Oh, sorry, okay.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve Sheila Tanofsky for her provisional ballot.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept the ballot as presented.
All right.
Any question or comment or any other discussion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Dorothy Wadchuk, also of 12 North, exact same situation, mail-in ballot, requested, not turned into the poll, voted provisionally, and there is no record of them voting by mail.
Could
So,
you say the first name again?
Dorothy.
Dorothy, thank you.
All
I'll
right,
make a
Motion to
motion.
approve and accept that ballot?
Second?
it's been moved and seconded that we accept this ballot as presented. Any testimony? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, we have a bit of a change up on this one. Union Township, Lickdale, 33L, Carrie May. This is an interesting one. They believed they were registered for GOP. They registered as a conservative Republican, which is technically a different party. They didn't understand that, but they are correctly registered as they requested a conservative Republican. So they voted provisionally as a Republican. So that is Union Township, Lickdale.
Anyone to testify regarding this ballot?
I make a motion to deny this particular one because there are, I don't know, hundreds of parties and you have to be specific. And other than Republican and Democrat, the other parties cannot vote in this particular election. So I make the motion to deny Carrie May's ballot.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. This is an unusual one. If there's any question regarding this challenge, speak now. Not, yes?
I just have a question. Procedurally, when you approve and you deny, I know that goes and is tagged to a number so that they can check on that later to see if it's approved or denied. Is there a way to let her know that if she wants to change her party, she needs to?
So
or-
we have, I did reach out,
Okay.
and I'm trying to get through to them.
Okay.
So we use the numbers that they give us.
Right.
Some records don't have numbers, or they were set when they registered 20 years ago. So this one, I've not successfully gotten through to. But
okay.
we've been leaving messages on the anonymous answering machine, and hopefully they'll update the record.
Actually, I'm Judy Plummer with the Elections Office. Actually, Carrie May came into the office that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were. And, and I printed out his application because we have scanned all the applications in. And what he said was, gee, he didn't realize that he was just an old timer and he wanted to go back to being the way it was, a conservative Republican. So he did change it. I stood there and made sure he just checked the Republican box.
Okay, so we have it updated.
Okay.
Awesome. Yay.
Does that satisfy your request?
It does. I just want to make sure there was kind of a follow-up for the poor person who isn't going to have their ballot counted for
Yeah.
this primary.
Yes, thank you.
I'll just take this moment to editorialize. I would highly recommend you look at the list of registered parties in the state and look at what's available, because it's awesome. It's a long list, and there's a lot there I bet you didn't know existed.
But I can see someone wanting to emphasize,
Yes.
and then they end up excluding themselves in the primary, so here we are.
You can have your own party, Heather.
So, all right,
Too much work.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, our next one is 31 South.
That motion was to deny.
Deny, yes. 31 South Londonderry, John Davis. The envelope, the notes from the judge indicate that they requested a mail-in ballot, but they were out of state and then came to vote at the polls.
I guess they were out of state while it was sent to their home because
Okay.
it wasn't forwarded to their out of state.
Okay, so they believe it wasn't forwarded to their temporary address. So is there?
This is where it went.
Okay, so we sent it to Lakeview.
Yes.
Okay. I've called this voter and the phone number's been disconnected. Is anyone from 31 South?
Patty, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Your name and your position, please.
Patrick S. Kline, Judge of Elections.
Can you speak
South
louder,
London.
please?
Patrick S. Kline, Judge of Elections, South Londonderry South.
Okay.
So, they came in, and they were in Florida, and evidently they came back early, and so they were unable to get their ballot in time in order to mail it back. So he was separated from his mail-in ballot.
we have no record of them voting in this election, so.
Okay, so can we take this as a couple? Is
It was
both?
only the one,
Oh, I thought it was husband and wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it was.
I'll make a motion to approve John Davis for counting on the provisional ballot.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any additional testimony or comment? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, this is Tammy Skibo of North Cornwall, 26 North. This one was challenged. There is nothing checked. I do not know why they voted. Or why they voted provisionally.
They were sent an absentee ballot.
But they did receive an absentee ballot, so we can guess. Doesn't feel like it's included here, so.
Well, let me ask you, is it relevant that you are assuming there's nothing in there? Because if they didn't, you've checked, they didn't vote.
Right. You're probably not.
Okay.
It just sometimes
Just a question.
there's sometimes paperwork gets shoved into the wrong envelope, and before we crack them open, I thought I'd.
I'm confused, this one sounds different. Is this a recommendation to approve or not?
I would recommend to approve. There's no record. Voter indicates, or we have record that we sent them a mail-in ballot. They have not turned it in for sure. So I'd say this is a clean one.
And did you say that it feels like there are two ballots inside?
No. I was
Okay,
just
that's
double
where I
checking
was
to make sure.
confused especially. All right, so you don't have to decide which one to count?
No.
All right, well then I'll make a motion to approve. This would be Dennis Lebo, I believe?
Tammy Skibo. Tammy Skibo.
Oh, Tammy Stebo, boy, I couldn't hear that.
SKIBO.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, and an apology for confusing the issue there. Yes, Counselor?
Just, Chris Amthor on behalf of the
Would you
McCormick
please
campaign.
be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, sir. You please, your name and your title or position.
Hi, my name's Chris Amthor. I'm here on behalf of the McCormick campaign as the attorney representative. Just a quick question and a point of clarification. Did you say that there no box was checked at the beginning?
They did not check any boxes on the envelope.
It would be just for the tribunal's perspective. I do believe that's a requirement under the ballot, and it would be our position that should be denied. And that's pursuant to the law.
Okay, we have a op-ed position. Would you like to rise and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And your name and position, please.
My name is Jared Mellott, and I'm an attorney representing the Dr. Oz for Senate campaign. And just as a rejoinder, it's our request that the provisional ballot in question be accepted for tabulation. We interpret the statute as requiring the checking the box or stating the reason as directory but not mandatory. In other words, the statute sets forth a handful of requirements and says the voter shall do this, signing the name, dating also, which is something else in dispute for mail-in ballots. And also affirmatively states in the statute that for certain reasons, if not signed, for instance, if the signature doesn't match, if the person not registered, the ballot shall not be counted. But we would submit that there's nothing in the statute that says anything that direct and that specific in terms of giving a reason for casting a provisional ballot. Furthermore, we would note that at least on the form currently prescribed by the Department of State, that the section where a person, a voter would have, or the elections office would have, checked the reason for casting a provisional ballot is to be signed by the election staff, not by the voter, him or herself. Therefore, that lends itself to some degree of confusion as to who shall complete that portion, with the understanding that it may be required to be completed by election staff. That would not therefore be an omission, that would be the fault of the voter. And so construing the statute, the election statute, so as to give effect to the intent of the voter and liberally allow for votes to be cast unless there's a clear violation of the elections code, any provision that would be clear and direct and unambiguous, we would ask that the vote be counted.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. Any other testimony regarding this? Please rise.
Yeah.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And please, your
I'm
name and
Steve Morris.
position.
I'm actually not with that precinct, but I'm a judge of elections with North Lebanon. And I'd just like to state that all the trainings I've been to as a judge of elections states to put something in there if there's a reason. It was never said to me that I remember that you have to put something in that box. Now, I always go overboard and put extra in there, but I don't know if anybody disagrees with me, but I don't remember ever being told that you have to check a box in there. So maybe that needs to be put out, but I just wanted to, my viewpoint as a judge of elections, I don't remember ever being told you have to check that. I was stated, check as many as you can, but if none of those apply, what do you do? I mean, I actually wrote some notes in one of mine, but I disagree that it's mandatory, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yes, and that based on the shall or may of any additional help there?
I don't think we have any case law yet interpreting this either. I would agree with the two perspectives on this. It really depends how the statute can be read and interpreted. And again, we have no directive yet from a court making a decision telling us explicitly one way or another on this.
But it does say shall.
In a portion of the statute, yes, it does say shall. So it just depends how far you read and interpret the shall to go. So.
Well, thank you for that clarity.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank the legislature.
Would it help the election board to see on the ballot or on the envelope here, it does indicate that the judge is filling up this portion down here. And it is a limited number of boxes in terms of explanation. It's, in my opinion, inadequate sometimes in explaining what's really going on.
So it should have an other box with a line that they could fill in?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
So these are older envelopes. We're using up the last of our green envelopes. We do have updated ones. That's what those white ones were over there. But the voter would not have in any way been told that they should fill this out. So this might have just been an oversight by an election official at the polling place.
Okay.
Well, then I make a motion that we err on the side of the voter to count this ballot.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we accept this ballot. Any discussion further or any further testimony? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. So ordered. Okay.
We have one for Heather Richards of 30 West. Heather Richards received a mail-in ballot, did not turn it in at the polling place, but then voted provisionally.
This one here was found in our ballot box.
You do me a favor, sheet offer, and we'll do the next one. We're gonna table this one and come to this one. We need the voting record. I just want you guys to have it before we don't have that sheet. Thank you. Okay, so we'll come back to that one. Instead, we're going to go to 19F. This one was an interesting one that we've been working on for a few days. This voter arrived at the polls. She had recently married. Her name had changed. She had filled out paperwork, I believe, with DOT. It looks like, with our sleuthing, her record and someone else's completely unrelated records were merged. We have a random name attached to her record now. It's confusing, but
Where were they merged?
somewhere in the state database,
But not here.
but not here. So we have determined that she is who she says she is. She was in the correct place. She's correctly registered. So this was 19F. I think this is yours, Amanda.
No,
Or 27 West. I'm sorry.
Okay.
27
Yes.
West.
Yes, I was like, sounds like mine.
27 West.
Did you say the voter's name yet?
Her name is Amanda, and then we have her as Tobias. There is no Amanda Tobias. Her name is Amanda Clay.
Yes. And
You're still under oath, so you may.
Okay. This was a funny one because, like you said, I called. I think the last four were social matched. Part of her address matched, her first name matched, and her last name was completely different. And she was like, I don't even know a Tobias. And that's the one I actually wrote in the remarks box. I think this one should count because I agree. I think it's a database error. and I have no reason to doubt this individual's word. Her husband was standing next to her boyfriend, now husband, and he was like, we voted here before, and we never had a problem. So it was a database merge problem somewhere on the line.
Awesome, Steve, thank you for.
And you are 19F.
I am 27 West.
I apologize, I read the wrong. So 19F would have been for the, would have been the precinct of the non-existent voter that was created when the records were merged. I apologize. That was part of the difficulty in
I
tracking this
just
down.
wanted to confirm. Thank
So
you.
it is 27 West.
Oh, West, not F. Okay.
So I would recommend definitely that we accept this one.
Appreciate your testimony, thank you. Any other comment or question? Yes, sir. Please rise. Do you solemnly swear, right hand, that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And your name and position?
Edward W. Lynch Jr., Chairman of the Lebanon County Republican Committee. You indicated that a new voter was created. Was a VID number created by the Department of State?
I do not know if the number is, I just believe it was the two records were partially combined. So the one person's name, last name was put in there. And Suzanne, I definitely leave this up to you. You've been doing a great job on this one, figuring this one out. So do we have a new number created?
I left my notes over there. I found the Department of Transportation, and I'm waiting for a return call back regarding the address, the driver's license number, and the name change. The name change was previously Amanda Clay, and then it had been changed to Amanda Tobias. But her married name, as of 1 year and 2 days ago, was changed to Amanda Warner.
Okay, and we've established that that is
Warner.
the person that is registered, but what was your question?
If a new VID number was created by the Department of State, could I have the current VID number that was assigned?
Right now it's 0206290730.
0206290730.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other testimony or questions regarding this ballot? If not, accept the motion.
Motion with
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve this ballot. Any further discussion or testimony? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Okay, so finally we end up with Heather Richards, 30 West. Heather is another mail-in that was mailed, arrived at the polls, voted provisionally, she, without turning in her ballot. So 30 West, South Lebanon.
So the recommendation is to approve.
It looks clean, she did not vote recently, so.
Make a motion to approve Heather Richards to count her provisional ballot.
Second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded.
Now we have one situation here that was not provisional.
We have to vote on.
Oh,
we're still.
sorry.
Take your time. We're looking for any other testimony or any testimony for this ballot. If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved. Now,
Are
we finished with the 19? Was it?
That's the end of the provisionals, but we had one other challenge that sort of didn't fall in neatly
Okay.
in here. So
Let's do it.
we had a military ballot that came in with a secrecy envelope. Secrecy envelope should not have any markings on the envelope. However, since the challenge has been made, we have more direction from the Department of State that we can accept the ballot if it says secret or it has other markings that don't violate the person's identity or how they voted. So the one military ballot that had markings on the envelope literally just has the word secret on it, and I would definitely recommend we accept it.
I definitely remember reading that one because I opened it. I make a recommendation and a vote that we do count this as well.
Second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we accept that clarification on the secret ballot question for military ballot. Any testimony regarding this motion or any questions? It's a lot of good clarity for you judges to have as we're going forward. But if nothing else, we ask for the vote. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved.
May I, just for a second, so judges, what the situation we have there is if you have a secrecy envelope for mail-in ballot, the idea is that it keeps your identity and your vote secret. So very frequently, people will mail us, well, not somewhat frequently, people will mail us back mail-in ballots, and they will sign the envelope and date it, as probably thinking that gives them more, makes it more official. But what it does is it violates their privacy, so then we actually have to reject that. The way, though, the statute was written, it said if there are markings on the envelope. So we had one arrive, which we'll address here in a second, that it didn't have a name, it just had markings. So we know we can accept those, because obviously, if it's just someone drew a heart because they love the elections office, right?
As long as it doesn't betray the content in any way, then that's good.
Right.
Okay. All right, so that's those are the challenges.
Those are the challenges.
19-1, not a bad batting average.
Mm-hmm.
But anything before we go into the next phase of this meeting? I'm not sure, does the rest of it have to be Counselor with the stenographer? Can we?
If we've concluded the challenges to the
Yep.
provisional ballots, then that's the portion of the hearing on that segment. The rest would just resume as a Board of Elections.
Computation.
Computation.
Okay. Well, that does conclude the hearing part. Ray, thank you very much. And we'll finish with that and then go into the rest of the computation. And you're welcome to stay as your schedules allow or your interest allows, and we're going to.
I'd like to just comment to thank everyone for being here this morning, for showing interest. We all have a vested interest in seeing that we have integrity in our elections, and I, again, thank the judges for not only the time on election day and preparing for that, but you're here again too, so God bless you, thank you.
And my comment is one word, amen to that.
Okay. I heard an amen, so I guess that finishes finish with that part. Thank you all.
Commissioner, could I have a few minutes with my judges before we
Sure.
get in the next section? Hey folks, before you head out, can I see you in my office real quick?
We get